I create a kind of first layer of the shading and then include shadow, shades and all that before going fully into the shading. So these things are very important, so that you will not go and shade areas that shouldn't have been shaded, okay, or should have been shaded too dark. Welcome to Ecom Creative Hands, where creativity and imagination work. So today we are going to be looking at a nose study, okay, the anatomy of the nose, how the nose is being well represented. You see, nose is a very important subject when you are looking at portrait as a whole, okay. Now, as usual, when you want to start up your drawing, you first make a sketch. We call it preliminary sketch. So you make a preliminary sketch. You could use pencil for this, okay, but I'm going to be using my pen for this, okay. I've gained mastery now. I usually tell my students to do this. It's very important, so that you have a preview of how your work will look like, okay. That's why sketches are very important. And mind you, you are using the ballpoint pen medium, so you can't go back, okay. It's just like a mark that is made that cannot be returned, okay. So when you are using this medium, it is very tricky. So make your sketch first, and then before going fully into the drawing or start shading. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Cover up areas. I do a kind of a suggestion. Is it called a suggestion? Yeah. In painting, is we call it the light layer, first layer. Okay. I create a kind of first layer of the shading and then include shadow, shades and all that before going fully into the shading. So these things are very important, so that you will not go and shade areas that shouldn't have been shaded, okay, or should have been shaded too dark. When you are shading with biro or the ballpoint pen medium, you have to think critically, okay. You have to be sure what you are doing, because once you place that dot or that strokes, you cannot go back. So that is exactly what I'm doing. So I first create a layer of, and then after that I begin to shade. Because when you know how to draw the nose, and then you know how to draw the eyes, and then you know how to draw the lip, those are important things that will help you improve your portrait drawings. The shading techniques I'm using here is cross hashing. Particularly this very one, I'm using Cribbles for the skin pores, okay. So you just have to be patient with yourself and take it easy. You do it well. Now avoid these common mistakes while you are drawing your nose or any drawing, okay. That is putting or adding details when it's not necessary or when it's not yet time. So I see people beginning to add details immediately when they are just begin drawing or shading, which is a very wrong approach. So you have to create a layer, okay, first layer, and then create what we call values, then your details will come last. So that is exactly what I'm doing. I created the first layer, after which I'm now adding the skin pores to the nose. So that is the best way to do it. Now do not forget to erase your pen tip whenever you are shading. So from time to time or at some point, erase your pen tip, okay, to avoid staining your work. Okay, the ink might float or have an overflow, so you erase, okay, and then continue. So looking at the drawing I'm doing, I started from light to dark. Okay, when you are doing drawings like this, you have to build it up gradually from light to dark, because whether you like it or not, it's ballpoint pen you are talking about here. So if you go very dark, you cannot reduce it, but if it's very light, there's possibility of adding more ink or layer to it, so that goes well. The technique I'm using here is like fish scales, something like that. So that is the kind of technique I'm using here. And also a little tweak of scribbles. Okay, that is what I'm using to create this realistic skin pose. But before you do that, as I said, have your value well checked before adding those minor details. So the way I draw is different from other people. Sometimes I draw at the same time, go into the details. Okay, that is why part of the nose here is not shaded well, but I've also given a preliminary sketch of what it will look like. This is how you create a realistic skin pose. You create a shape, maybe like circle or something, and then below it you shade it lightly, okay, and allow it to vanish and blend to the skin of the subject. So it will be as when if you look at my former videos, in fact I recommend this video up here, so you understand what shade and light does. It gives realism to your work. So, and in that video I said chiaroscuro is very important. To study the treatment of light, shade and shadow. So those things make your work look real. So if you add a little shadow on your skin pose, it makes it look real. That is what will give that form, that there's an object that is here, right? Now if you are enjoying this video and you are getting something, do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. There are so many things you have to learn in this art of drawing with ballpoint pen, even in pencil drawing. Okay, this will help you a lot. So try and subscribe to this channel, and also comment your question. I'll be willing to answer you. Drawing with pen has taught me a lot. One of them is patience. Okay, when you are drawing with ballpoint pen, definitely you have to be patient with yourself. You can't rush it. In fact, sometimes I get exhausted, so you can take a break and come back and continue. adding the details. This is where you have to be careful, as you can even come and spoil your work, right? So you have to be careful. Do not overwork your drawing. Yes, you have to be careful. You can even use a newer biro. That's another tip and trick for watching to the end. Okay, you can use a newer biro to do that. Yes, so just in your work. For shading tips, I have other videos in my channel. You can go to my channel and check them out. Very useful, right? Very useful.